1-year anniversary of the console edition Rust is finally here, and to celebrate D11 did the one thing you're always supposed to do to celebrate a birthday or an anniversary. They bought they dropped a blog post. Anyways, they dropped a blog post. The blog post has some interesting information in it regarding a new monument, Fishing Village, some new vehicles that are coming, kayaks, and a banger new skin. I'm not even lying about that. That skin does look pretty sick, and it's completely free. So hopefully that's enough to get you to watch this whole video, but I did just sort of spoil the ending there. But that's what I do. I don't waste your time. Anyways, let's get into the blog post. Hello, survivors. It's been a very exciting week for us at Double 11, with it making the 1-year anniversary for the Rust console edition. The team is super proud of what we have achieved so far, and we plan to keep the ball rolling by introducing more exciting content to the game. Speaking of new content, we can now confirm that our next major update, Deadly Catch, is about to release next week alongside the monthly wipe. It's very interesting that I feel like they stole Deadly Catch from Deadliest Catch, which is a TV show that I know about but have honestly never watched. Anyways, let's keep going. We've been testing it for some time in our public test branch environment, and thanks to all the feedback provided, we are now ready to release our content update, which will feature fishing villages, fishing, and the addition of kayaks. Because if there's one thing players want, it is kayaks to the game. Here's a deep dive on all the new features. And in case you didn't know, I added that if there's one thing players wanted, it's kayaks. I don't want to be putting words in anyone's mouth. I don't want to be putting anything in anyone's mouth, if we're being honest. Anyways, let's keep going. Deadly Catch main features, kayaks. Kayaks will be super useful to help you get to the oil rig without need for low-grade fuel. Because if you don't have low-grade fuel, obviously you should still be running the oil rig. Or splashing out the scrap for a better boat. For a small cost, you can buy the blueprint for the kayak and the paddle, which can also be used as a weapon. So yeah, now you've got a weapon. This is definitely going to compete with an AK and an MP5, by the way, in one of the traders inside the fishing villages, or if you are lucky, you can find the kayak inside one of the many containers around the map. Oh, do tell. The kayak is also a great vehicle to travel to the open seas for some exciting fishing sessions. Because Rust is no longer a PvP or survival game, it is a fishing simulator. And next time you take aim to shoot me, remember that. It's a fishing simulator, and we don't want violence there. Next up, fishing. The new minigame that everybody wants allows you to catch a great variety of fish depending on where you are and the type of bait you are using. Rivers, lakes, and ocean shores will all provide different fish, and some of them can only be obtained with the right bait. Find the bait to help with your fishing needs from hemp, pumpkins, and corn plants. Once you catch it, you can then cook the fish to use as food or sell it to one of the vending machines inside fishing villages. It's a great way to farm some extra scrap. So fishing actually is a decent way to farm scrap. I'm not like, that's no cap. It's 100% really good for that. But it's very interesting. They put so much time into this whole fishing minigame that you're catching different fish in different environments using different types of bait. This seems almost more thought out than the game itself. Fishing villages. The fishing villages are the new monument added with Deadly Catch, and 2 varieties will be present in the map, small and big. They are safe zones, just like the outpost and the bandit camp, so no fighting inside it or the turrets will get you. This, I actually want to pause here. This does actually worry me a little bit because these maps are not that big. So if you've got 2 fishing villages, an outpost, and a bandit camp, it feels like you're taking away a good part of the map and turning it into a safe zone. 1, it doesn't give you places to build, and 2, it sort of handicaps PvP. This wipe, I've been built right near the outpost, and it's so common that you get like 1 tag on someone and they instantly turn and run for the outpost. It takes away from a lot of actually good content that you can get from a PvP fight, even if you win or lose, and instead it's just a race to the safe zone, which I personally don't prefer it. Anyways, inside the fishing villages, players will encounter traders selling blueprints for the kayak, paddle, and handmade fishing rod. They will also sell diving gear and boats. And like we mentioned before, there's also a vending machine where you will be able to sell all your fish. So you can sell your fish for scrap now, and you can go and buy boats or pretty much any sort of ocean-bearing vessel or a paddle that you want. This is actually really nice because I do hate running around looking for a boat and not being able to find it because some clan decided it would be funny to hide all the boats in their base. So I do appreciate that. During the first year, so now we're getting into just sort of what's gone on during the first year of development. During the first year of development, we brought you Devastation Unleashed that introduced the tech tree, bigger maps and gestures, and Offshore Blowout that brought the most requested monuments to the game, as well as the grenade launcher. We also had the release of the skin store. This game has come a long way since we first released it in 2021. And folks, I think we're not giving D11 enough credit here. I don't think they're giving themselves enough credit. They actually introduced gunpowder like a couple days into the game. So I think that's something, right? Introduced gunpowder, T2 weapons, T3 weapons. That was something. And then they had a free scrap giveaway. That was also a choice, a thing. Anyways, as we move forward, we plan to keep adding more and more to the game, but always keeping in mind that any new content needs to be optimized and that the more we add, the more memory it consumes. So we will take time to make sure players will get the best gameplay experience possible. I find that very interesting because there's a theory out there about one of the reasons that the test branch doesn't lag as much as the main branch, and it's very interesting because it feels like content might be sacrificed for a little bit of green, if you get my drift. Anyways, let's keep going. To celebrate the 1-year anniversary with our community, we also have a special skin that everyone will be able to claim in the near future for free. The weapon chosen for this first year was the popular Thompson, because most people can't get to AK and MP5, let's face it. We hope everyone enjoys the black and red design with the Rust logo on it. The anniversary skin will be available soon, sometime next week, and we will make a big announcement on Twitter and Discord once it's available to claim. It's also going to be announced here on my channel, so make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you hit like, and let's finish this off with the last paragraph. We would like to thank all of you for the amazing support during the first year, and we promise that more exciting updates will make their way onto the islands in the Rust Console Edition. See you in game, survivors. So yeah, actually this skin is pretty sick. I really do like it. This is a skin that I'd actually tell people to buy if it was a skin in the skin store. So I'm actually very excited that they introduced this one. It looks good. I think people are going to enjoy using it, and it's for a good weapon. The Thompson is a gun that a lot of people do use. So overall, there was a lot of thought. It feels like that went into the skin selection, the skin making process, and everything like that. And I think it is actually a somewhat decent reward for all of us to get. The one thing you've got to remember with rewards and stuff like that is they can't give you something that gives you an advantage. Let's not talk about camo skins, but they really shouldn't be giving you anything that gives you an advantage. So skins are a good way to do that. And this is a sort of nice skin, I think, overall. And it's pretty cool to get. So yeah, the skins, I definitely applaud D11 for. I do know I make fun of them all the time in videos and stuff like that, but honestly, they have done a decent enough job with Rust that I can say the developers and people working on it should be proud of what they've done. I think the company itself should hire more people, but that's for another video. Before we get to 8 minutes to make this all about the money, until next time, peace.